So I have all the details on the new 2024 Trek Supercaliber price, weight, equipment components, colors, all that good stuff. So like and subscribe. I have a big channel, well, small channel. I have over 200 videos right now. Most of them are in Spanish. You can click subtitles or translate or whatever. If you speak Spanish, I have this exact same video, but the Spanish version for all the Spanish speaking people out there. And that's my main focus group. So, okay, so like and subscribe, comment, whatever, let me know. So if you are a subscriber from this channel, this is the English version, so you will have the Spanish version as well, because I think this video in English will do some good numbers as well. So like and subscribe, lots of parts and whatever, a lot of good information in here. Okay, so let's jump to it. Trek Supercaliber 2024. All the details. These are confirmed details. I have a 2-month-old video in which I confirmed some of those details, but now I have exactly the good information from a well-reliable source. Okay, first thing I will have to say, now is 80 millimeters on the back. So the rear suspension is 80 millimeters only. The front suspension is 110 and 120. There's one option that you can select 120 in the front, but 80 in the back is standard. You will have a little bit more space here. Now the suspension will start a little bit closer to the headset. Also, another important part of this video, no longer Trek will be using the isostrut system with combined with Fox. Now it's RockShox. So yeah, only RockShox. You won't have Fox anymore. I guess they had their issues with the old isostrut version, but this one is a super deluxe. It's very similar to, you can find the similar bulbs on the Top Fuel 9.9 and 9.8 and the new Specialized Epic World Cup. They use similar bulbs in terms of the internals. Let's call it internals. They're kind of similar. So that's what you will have on the 2024 Supercaliber. It's going to be RockShox, 80 on the back, 110 in the front. In terms of how the bike looks, it looks very similar. I will say 95% similar to the old version of the generation 1. So this is called a Supercaliber Gen 2. So in terms of looks, the same pivot point here, the crankset stays in the same place, same flex. So it will be 75 with 5 millimeters of flexion in here. It will be the same. This part will be the same. Universal hanger, just like the old bike. In terms of ergonomics and geometry, will be basically the same, a little bit taller. Now the other difference is that you will have this bike will accept 4-piston brakes on the rear, like the 4-piston Hopes and 4-piston Maguras. So now it will accept them. Before this bike, the one in the picture, the old version of the Supercaliber, doesn't accept 4-piston calipers, at least the Maguras and the Hopes on the back. This one will accept it, so that's something different, that is also good on this bike. The other thing, the cable routing was something that was discussed if it was going to come on this Gen 2, but apparently that's coming on Gen 3. Gen 2, you will still have the same cable routing as this one. The only thing is that the internal channels are eliminated for weight saving, but that's it. And also you will have 2 types of carbon fiber, SLR and SL. That one I will discuss later on this video. And also I have the colors. You will see the colors, and weight and price range, all that stuff. The other thing that's new on this bike, the top of the line will come with the RSL bone tracker. RSL wheels are like 1,000. It's like 1.1. How can I say it? It's 1,160 grams, something like that, with the DT Swiss 180 hubs. Those are one of the best hubs right now in the market. They're awesome hubs. So that's something new, and also it will come with new tires. Bontrager now has the RSL tires, so that's something that is new. Is pretty nice. They're pretty light, but I still prefer Pirelli XCRC or the Scorpions XCRCs. Are lighter. They don't, no headaches. They're fast rolling, awesome cornering. So yeah, I still prefer those tires, but also with this bike you will have brand new tires. The other thing that is brand new is Rock Chalks has this new seat. This is the seat Ultimate. You have the seat Ultimate and the seat SL. In terms of the seat Ultimate, it will be 32 stanchions. The stanchions will be 32, the chassis 32, and you will have two options: 100 or 110 millimeters. And on the seat SL, sorry, the seat SL, yeah, the 32, the seat Ultimate, you will have 35 millimeter stanchions or chassis, and you will have the options of 110 or 120. This one is to compete directly with the Fox 34. In the Fox 34, you have a 34 millimeter stanchion or chassis, and you can select between 100 and 120 millimeter travel suspension. Also, you have a third option on these two seats of 3-position lockout or 2-position lockout. The 2-position is the regular on and off, either locked or open. In the 3-position, you will have open, so fully open, pro pedal, and closed and locked. So that's something new as well. And also, if you see the crown right here, it's kind of milled. It's like a milled crown. And this is the same crown that you will find in the latest, in the past generations, like the at least 4 years. The last 4 years, I would say the last few years on the Specialized Epic. So the Specialized Epic that comes with the Epic Brain, you will find this milled crown as well. So it's lighter, it's a little bit stiffer, and also you have more options. So that's something new as well. In terms of Quadro, that's frame. So you will have the SLR frame. That's the latest carbon fiber. Is similar to the SLR frames in the Madons and the Emonda. So it's the latest carbon fiber material. And you will have the SL. SL is very similar to the old Supercaliber, to the one that we have in 2023, 2022, 2020, and 2021. So the SL, you will find it standard on the 9.7, 9.6, and possibly a 9.5. That's something that I didn't saw it on the website, but I think it's coming also. And the SLR comes standard in the 9.9 and the 9.8. Okay, let's get out of the way. Let's talk about pricing. Pricing, same pricing as the 2023. So if you want to know how much the 9.9 Supercaliber top of the line, what's the price on that one, it will just go right now to trek.com, and whatever it says for the top of the line 2023, it will be the same price. In some models it's $100 less, so it's either the same or a little bit less, but you can use it as a guide. Trust me, I saw the prices very similar. In terms of the weight, and also for all models, if you want to know how much the 9.8 will cost, just go to the current Trek website, and whatever the MSRP is for the current Supercaliber GX Access is exactly the same for the new one, for the 2024. So that part, just use that as a guide. In terms of weight, the SLR is like 1.5 pounds less than the old frame. So it's like 0.70 kilograms less also than the old frame. So the 9.9 XXSL version on a medium frame, it will weigh 20.3 pounds or 9.2 kilograms. So that's something that's pretty impressive. Like all that, like if you just change a few parts, like the tires, maybe the dropper pros and stuff like that, you can have like an 18.5 pound full suspension bike. So that's pretty impressive. In terms of the 9.9, you have the XXSL version, or you can select the 9.9 XO version with 120 millimeters. That's kind of nice. That's kind of turning this bike into like a very light down country style type of bike. So it will be very unique, and I don't think anyone else in the market has something like this. The GX will be the new GX, the new GX system, the T-Type GX. The XT will be the old school XT. I don't think they're offering an XTR version. It didn't sell well. I didn't saw, at least me personally, on the stores that I usually visit, I didn't saw any XTR. I saw XTs because that was one of the first available builds. So a lot of people bought the Supercaliber XT or the Top Fuel XT and converted to something else. I myself bought an XT and converted to an Access bike. So those are some of the models, and then 9.7 and 9.6. Okay, so what else? Let's jump into colors. Okay, in terms of colors, this one I'll speak about this one later. And also these are top fuels, but I just want to show you the color because there's no Supercaliber with these colors. Let me point out something. I don't know if I mentioned this on this video. I think I mentioned this on the Spanish version, but in this video, something I want to point out. If you look at the bike at the 2023, and sorry, the Gen 1 and the Gen 2, they're like 95% similar. So from a distance, you won't be able to recognize one from the other. The only thing is that in the top level, top trim, the 9.9, you won't have anymore the gold Kashima isostrut chuck here. You will have a black one because it's rock chucks, so it will be black. There's no more gold in this bike. But in terms of the looks, the geometry, and how everything looks, is 95% Gen 2 compared to Gen 1. Basically same bike, very similar. The only thing is taller because it's 80 now. In terms of colors, you will have the carbon smoke with black and red fonts. So this, let me see if I can find. I think it's open. Let me see. Trek. Oh no, I don't have it here anymore. But yeah, so for you to have an idea, let me show you. So in the 2023 top fuel, if you go to the 2023 top fuel, you will have the carbon smoke color. So this color, you will find it now on the Supercaliber. It's the carbon smoke, but it will be a fade. Instead of having red, it will be black fade in this part of the triangle, a black fade in the top, in the head tube, here in the front of the bike, and the rest of the bike will be the carbon smoke. The carbon smoke is a very nice color. Here it looks more like a brown kind of color, but it's in the sun is red. You will see all the fibers on the carbon fiber with a red clear coat. It looks very impressive. And instead of silver fonts, you will have the fonts on this color right here. It's like a bright metallic red. So it will be the carbon smoke with metallic red, dark metallic red fonts, and fading to black on the corners of the bike. So that's one of the options. Then you will have this other option. Is like it's the same pattern as the top fuel. If you go to the top fuel 2023, it will be like a matte black. Also, it's kind of you will see the fibers. I think you can see them right here. It's like a naked carbon fiber with a dark matte flat clear coat. So it's like a clear coat, but it's flat, and the fonts will be black as well. So it's right now the Supercaliber has a similar color, but the fonts are silver. In this case, it will be black as well. So it will be this color scheme. And the other color scheme will be very similar to this one, to the current top the Trek Factory Racing color. It's like a white with marble type of features. So you will see like the marble kind of look like in here. So it will be something very similar. The only thing is that the marble part of it is darker. So you will see, instead of gray, like you can see here, kind of grayish, it will be more kind of more. It will be darker. So it will be darker. and the Trek letters will be black, and the Trek Factory Racing will be black. It will no longer has the red racing. Like I really like this. So it will be all black. So it will be black, and this color with a little bit more of pronunciation in terms of the marble. It will be darker, but that's it. Basically, this same color. So if you look at this bike right now and you see the 2024, they're like 95% similar, except the colors. But in terms of geometry and the aerodynamics and all that stuff, basically that's the same. And those are the three colors that you have. Right now, if you ask me personally, I'm a Trek fanboy. I have a Trek Top Fuel with the XXSL. It's fully built. It's very light. I love that bike. But if you ask me right now, who did it better? I will have to say that Specialized. I really like the Specialized more, even though I hated Specialized for a lot of years. Right now, I think Specialized did it better. The brain on this bike is awesome. In the Top Fuel, in the Supercaliber, you still have cables. That's something that I think with if they develop a system similar to this, they can eliminate that. So that's personal choice. I think this is a better bike. Also, this one has fully internal routing cables. So the cables come from the handlebar to the headset. So no longer through the frame. So it looks cleaner. It looks better. It's a shorter cable routing, so it's lighter as well. But overall, it looks cleaner. So I really like it. So if you ask me between the new Supercaliber and the Specialized Epic World Cup, I will have to choose the World Cup because this one, the new Supercaliber, looks basically the same. It just has 20 millimeters of more travel, and that's it, and 10 millimeters in the front. But it's still a good bike. I think it's an upgrade, but it's like a half upgrade. It's an upgrade. This could be called a Gen 1.5 instead of a Gen 2. A Gen 2, I will actually expect internal cable routing and a bigger headset. So that's something that I will actually expect from a Gen 2. So I call it Gen 1.5. So that's it. But anyway, like and subscribe, comment if you have any questions. Hopefully, in 2 weeks, you will start seeing information on this bike on the Trek website, and you will start seeing pictures. And as soon as I have a video on the actual bike, I'll have it here. But right now, that's all I have. Hopefully, you liked it and you learned something about it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.